So welcome to the latest episode of GPR, even though it's not truly an episode, but it is in its own special way.
You're going to broadcast this, right?
Yes.
It's an episode of GPR.
It is an episode of GPR. I am your host, Davey Beauchamp. I am joined by my co-host,
Drew Meyer.
And our very special guest,
Barbara DeBerry-Kessner.
Yes, and we have her here to talk about Sylvester McCoy and MystiCon. She's gonna, yes, I'm very excited, and I just got my ticket today for the special meet and greet with Sylvester. I'm all goosebumpy and stuff like that, and she's gonna tell you all about the different things that McCoy's going to be doing at the con and things like that. And Drew's going to.
I'm just going to sit here in the darkness and
interject. Yes.
And dream, big dreams.
Big dreams.
Yes.
I'm dreaming of a $25 buffet, baby.
Yeah.
More on that later.
So, if you get to come to MystiCon, we're going to have a fantastic time with Sylvester. We're going to start off first thing Friday, 3 o'clock. The very first panel we're doing is going to be a panel of Radagast remembering filming The Hobbit. So,
awesome.
If you've seen The Hobbit,
which I have not.
I have.
I enjoyed it immensely,
Yes.
and you've seen the bunny sled,
Yes.
and if not, you have to go see it. See the bunny sled. Radagast takes on the Witch King. So yeah, spoilers. Don't listen. Go see it. Go see it. And so we're gonna kick off with him talking about his time filming the movie.
That's awesome.
And about being Radagast. He absolutely, everything I've heard, loved being Radagast, has loved being involved in The Hobbit. So this will be his chance, our chance, to ask him questions about The Hobbit.
Nice.
So it starts off 3 o'clock Friday. So a lot of people, I'm not going to come early. There's nothing going on early at the convention. Wrong. MystiCon, we're going to start off with a bang. Big ballroom, all McCoy.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing because a lot of cons they wait until after opening ceremonies to do some of the bigger stuff. But I mean, bam, 3 o'clock. You're hitting the ground running.
Yes.
So the question is, what time are you letting us in so we can get the good seats?
Actually, registration starts at 1 o'clock.
Awesome. So we'll be there at 10,
12.
10:30.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stand in line. And if you're there early enough, we'll help you. We'll get you to help set up. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
come early.
Well,
we love volunteers.
He's the driver, so you know.
So leave at 6 a.m.
I'll be like MystiCon, would you like me to record that for you so we can put it online?
I think that's a great idea.
Oh,
So-
I know where I'm going to be during the MystiCon. How was your MystiCon? It was this tiny, but it looked great. It's
At
going to be
least
like
every
the
panel with McCoy.
Blair MystiCon project.
Yes.
So yeah, so that starts out Friday, and then from there we go to opening ceremonies are at 7 o'clock. Of course, Sylvester will be there.
I've heard some cool stuff's going to be happening during opening ceremonies.
That's what I'm hearing too.
I've heard nothing.
You've heard?
No, I haven't. That sounds fantastic. It's true that he will be juggling fire and taming the lion, right?
Breathing water.
Breathing water.
It's just amazing.
He can levitate
feats.
3 feet off the ground.
He will have a screwdriver. Wait, be careful which end you use.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are dangerous. So he will be there. Yes, there is planned some very special events. I'm not going to give away the surprise. Sworn to secrecy.
Yes.
But it should be a lot of fun. And unlike some opening ceremonies where I rarely go to opening ceremonies, I would not miss this opening ceremonies.
I already told Carla I was going to record this opening ceremonies
awesome.
because, like I said, I hear it's going to be amazing.
Yes, and I think there will be some musical
But
performances.
you mean me, don't you? He's going to be, I'm going to be right up there, front row watching it. Drew's, how's it going?
It looks this big. So small. It's so teeny. I can smush them. So yeah, opening ceremonies.
I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm totally going to crush his head.
Crush it.
I apologize, but I just...
He's this big. Wait, I can crush
No,
your
I'm pinching
head.
nuts. Ah, no. Nobody home.
But
Sorry.
even better, after opening ceremonies, if you really want to spend time with Sylvester McCoy, you might have a few more minutes to get tickets. They went on sale today.
Yeah, by the time they see this,
Yeah, by the
might be
time
too
I-
late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In case you're wondering why you didn't get a chance, he took your ticket.
I took your
Yeah,
ticket.
right there, he took your ticket.
I actually waited a half an hour before I bought my
He
ticket.
did. He
He's a
gave everybody
humanitarian.
a chance.
Yes.
But he got one of the tickets, and that is for a special trip to the Roanoke Star with a star. And so it's going to
If
be...
something accidentally happens to Davy between now and then,
You need to grab his ID.
that's not a problem. Okay.
We're going to be comparing the name of the ticket holder to their ID and their MystiCon badge. So you have to have a badge and be Davy for a night. Think I could be Davy? We could try.
Hello.
And so that trip is going to be to head up to the Roanoke Star with Sylvester McCoy. We're taking the largest hotel van there is, and it will be 10 lucky ticket holders will be going up to the Star with Davy.
Yes.
And the doctor.
Mr. Beauchamp, can I get your autograph?
Please, Davy.
I don't know, Sylvester. Got a busy schedule sitting here on this tour bus, driving up a mountain, doing my things. Look, we know who the star is here. We know who the star is.
Yeah.
Really, Sylvester McCoy is just kind of the warm-up act for David Beauchamp and company.
Really, Davy or the doctor?
Yeah.
Davy the doctor.
Is there really a difference? Is there? I mean, look, just because he wasn't actually publicly acknowledged as the doctor doesn't mean that he's any less the doctor.
Less the doctor, and he even has a screwdriver to
And a
prove it.
companion. So,
And a companion.
So we've talked about this, where you put your screwdriver and when, okay? So just... One, you infer what you want to, but anyway. I imply nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just gonna go sit in the corner of shame.
But he won't be on the bus.
Me?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, probably not. Probably
No,
not. By the
no,
time you
bus.
see this, folks, well, I mean, I won't be in the bus. I
Oh,
might
on
be
the bus?
on the bus. What's that sound? There's something on the wing! Okay.
Wait, it's alive.
You can do this Shatner impersonation.
So if they miss the chance with the bus up to the Star, what's the other event that they might actually have a chance to get?
Yes, there is the other event is Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. You can have breakfast with Sylvester McCoy, breakfast with the doctor, and so it'll be the buffet breakfast at the hotel, and you'll get to
Find one now.
Yeah, for $25, it's breakfast and an hour and a half with Sylvester McCoy. And knowing Sylvester, it should be a blast.
Yeah.
And so food, Sylvester, humor, it's got it all.
Yeah.
So that will be Sunday morning. And then Saturday, we've got several other events planned with Sylvester. It starts off with this guest of honor interview by Davy.
Yes.
So Davy has an hour with Sylvester.
There are people actually spitting on their computer screens at you in spite and awe at the same time.
I'm very, very excited, and thanks to Drew, we're coming up with some very interesting questions to ask him.
We're doing practice sessions.
We're going to practice. I'm going to have cards.
I'm going
Who
to
gets to pretend to be the doctor?
Well, I have to pretend to be.
Yeah.
I get to be McCoy because he's going to interview.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you wear the hat?
I got the hat. I got the sweater.
Okay.
The
umbrella?
umbrella. I'll have the spoons.
Yes, gotta have the spoons.
Gotta have the spoons.
Gotta have the spoons.
Do you play them as well?
Well, no.
No.
But
But
I have spoons. I can eat with them, which is really, And listen, for $25, sure, you get to spend an hour with Sylvester McCoy for the buffet, but you also get to watch me eat. And that is the greatest show in the galaxy right there. So,
But I'm done.
Kaboom.
Yeah, I got that
Yeah,
one.
the Who reference is just going, oh no, don't let him anywhere near McCoy.
See, I'm hoping I'm going to charm him enough with both the bus ride and the guest of honor interview. He's going to be like, Davey, why don't you just come down, sit at my table that Sunday morning, and eat breakfast with me?
Have a seat right here on my lap.
I'd be like, no, that's kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah. Right. Gee, Mr. McCoy, can I give you another spoonful of eggs?
I bet you weren't expecting any of this when we brought you up to the hotel room to do this interview.
No, really. Or what were you expecting when we asked you to come up to our hotel room? I'm curious.
Davey had a screwdriver, so
And
I never
sold!
know.
It was that easy.
There!
So, folks, if you see Barbara during MystiCon, no, sorry.
And I have a big smile. Don't ask.
You should have been here for our Nerdicate red card discussion earlier this morning.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and give you a yellow card to
Yellow
warn you.
card.
Red card, hand signals, stops.
No
So-
creepy.
So what else is he doing Saturday besides the guest of honor interview that I get to interview him for?
Well, we'll have a Doctor Who panel that evening.
Nice.
But in the afternoon, the other great fun will be the match game. I don't know if you remember the 70s match game. Some of us might remember better than others.
Some of us were alive in the 70s.
Some of us, yeah, I remember them well. And so the match game is where you get to fill in the blank of questions for those who weren't around then. And so we'll be having a whole slew of Doctor Who kind of questions and other superhero questions, sci-fi,
Well,
fantasy.
give us an example, assuming that we're a contestant and you're Rich Siegfried.
Oh God! Wait a
So,
minute.
what?
Rich. So Batman, what do you think of Commissioner Gordon's blank?
Hat? I love it. I always thought it was fantastic. Is it just one word, or are we supposed to actually go on
No,
and-
it could be a phrase.
can be a phrase.
It could be a drawing. I mean, I knew I did a few drawings last year when I got
So,
drawn
so
into
sorry
it.
to get it. It's Go ahead. Say again.
Or let's do a
Oh,
Doctor.
no, same question.
I
Because
can't
I haven't
remember
answered
what
for
I
it.
asked.
So,
Oh.
Commissioner Gordon, what do you think about Batman's daughter? I love her. Yeah, Yvonne Craig. Boom. So.
There you go. Or to do a Doctor Who one. Oh my God, the TARDIS is blank.
Blue. Smaller on the outside.
Exactly. So
a woman.
So those will be the type of questions. There's going to be 6 guests who are on the panel. Of those are going to be Sylvester McCoy,
Mhm.
Steve Long, who is the
Awesome.
creator of Heroes Game. He
Big fan.
begged to be on the panel. So,
Steve Long, you stole my childhood.
And do you want it back?
No.
No.
Do you
No,
want
it's
me-
that good.
Do you want me to introduce you to him?
Yeah, right now?
No, not right now.
He's under this table.
No, we had a wonderful panel together earlier this weekend. It was the first time I've been to many cons with him, but I've never actually sat on a panel with him. And Steve Long, just an absolute gentleman.
I think your introducing me to him is far better than the plan I had for getting to know him, which is getting a copy of his room key and hiding in his. Anyway, so yeah, introduce me to him. That'd be great.
Nerdicate 101.
Red card.
Red
Yeah.
card.
I'll just put it here with the others.
So yeah, those are some of the great ways we'll get to spend time with Sylvester.
Now, is he going to have a signing time? Because, a lot of people come, they'll have fun at the panels, but, they want to go get something autographed by him.
He will be in the dealer room throughout the convention, so
Okay.
there's no set time, but you'll be able to find him in the dealer room
He'll be the one at the
Friday,
end of the long
Saturday.
line.
Exactly. Look for the line. It'll either be him or it'll be the line for Orson Scott Card. Headed in 2 different directions, so hopefully it won't be confusing.
Cool. Do we know what he's going to be charging for autographs at this, or do we not know yet?
I do not know.
Yeah.
Our recommendation was either 30 or 35.
Yeah.
So, and typically at Dragon Con, autographs are typically between the 30-40 range.
Yeah.
So,
Now, do we know if he's going to have that really cool one that he had at Chicago TARDIS, which was him as Radagast and the decayed TARDIS? Did you not see that picture?
No.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a decayed TARDIS with trees, and then he's there as Radagast. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Go online now. And,
go find it.
yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
no,
great.
it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's just like, because periodically I go on eBay and I type in Doctor Who autographs to see what certain ones are selling for and
Yeah.
things like that, and that was one of the first ones to pop up, and that was a new one, and I was just like, that is an absolutely gorgeous photo of him.
Then that maybe we let Carla know so she can call him up and go, hey, we want you to bring that on.
Yeah, I mean now.
That picture.
I said I don't know if that was an exclusive for Chicago TARDIS or if it's one that he now has in his portfolio that he brings, but
Right.
I think that one would be a phenomenal seller if he has that one.
So what are you
still.
going to get him to sign?
Okay, I have 3 things that I want to get him to sign.
Okay.
One, if he has the Radagast and TARDIS photo. I
Okay.
really want that signed. The Doctor Who Monopoly set, because
Oh.
I think because there's all the doctors on there, and I think it'd be really cool to get all the doctors to sign and then frame the board.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna get a copy of the Arizona Solution. for him to sign.
Really?
Yes. It was sort of a fan.
It's more than sort of a fan. It's a fan.
It's a fan production, but because the BBC wasn't able to do I think it was for the 30th, because they were doing the Doctor Who TV movie over here, they got some of the doctors that were living to do this this sci-fi show, or this sci-fi movie short, and it's quite interesting.
I've never seen that.
Yes, it will be with me. If you've never seen it, you need to see at least. You need to see it at least
You know what?
once.
Let's do that. Let's have an Airzone solution party during the con, and we'll invite Sylvester and see if he's
because it has Colin Baker, it has Peter Davison, it has John Pertwee, which was actually one of John Pertwee's last roles. It has Sylvester in it. It has Perry in it. And it also has the other guy. I'm drawing a blank because he wrote it, and I think he also directed it. I don't think it's the guy who does K9, but he might be the guy who does the dialects. I'm drawing a blank on the other guy's name. But yeah, I found a copy of it. And because I will have my projection system up and everything, we could definitely project it on the wall and stuff.
And you did a review of it on an earlier GPR. Does that one still exist?
Oh yeah, that's still up there. I did a review on it. I loved it because I saw it for what it was. Clayton, on the other hand, didn't have such nice words for it, but I think it's a wonderful piece of non-Who history.
Yeah.
I wonder how hard it would be to get the rights to actually show it at the independent film.
Well, now that seems like it might be a very good research project for us.
Yeah, that might be very possible because it was a quote unquote fan production.
Right.
Fan production.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we have an independent film festival during the entire convention, and so we're taking submissions through the 19th of January, and if we could get the rights to show it, because that's the big thing, you can't show copyrighted material without having the rights.
So, I mean, beyond, you guys having Sylvester McCoy and, Davy Beauchamp there, what other cool things are there for people to do to come out to your con?
There's pretty much anything. We have the gamut. In addition to Sylvester, we have several other guests of honor. We have a young adult author guest of honor, Tom Engelberger. And for those who are Star Wars fans and those who are Origami fans, The Worlds Collide. And he is the author of the Origami Yoda, Darth Paper, and the new Fortune Cookie Wookiee. So in his books, he shows you and teaches you how to make an Origami Yoda, an Origami Darth Vader. He even has in the Fortune Cookie Wookiee how to make Han Foldo.
And the cool thing, I didn't get a chance to meet him the last time he was in Greensboro, but I did pick up books for my library. And the cool thing is, when I opened each one, he had actually, with his signature, he actually drew like a paper Yoda, a paper Vader, and a paper Wookiee. And it was amazing.
He's absolutely amazing. He'll only be there Saturday. But he lives in Virginia, Southwest Virginia, so he's going to drive up for the day. And I think the kids are absolutely going to love him. And I think he's a win. Orson Scott Card. I don't think I need to say anything more about how psyched we are about having Orson. Ender's Game was one of the first science fiction books I've ever read, and can't wait for the movie to come out next year, November timeframe. But so having Orson there will be incredible. Talked about Steve Long, gaming Heroes author.
Was one of the Three Stooges is going to be there, right? Didn't you say that?
That would be Larry Elmore, who, for those who are not a D&D follower or artwork, he is the mastermind, the incredible artist behind all of the covers of the classic Dungeons & Dragons gaming system.
The old boxes too, like the red box, the yellow box, the light blue box.
The covers to the Dragonlance books.
He did Magic cards, I believe.
Certainly, he did some. He did Spellfire? He did Spellfire. They had the rights to that one.
His fantasy artwork it's so realistic. You really think the creatures that he's drawn could walk out of the pages of his paper.
And don't forget Snarf Quest, which is actually coming back.
Oh, really?
Yes, Snarf Quest with Knights at the Dinner Table.
I have all. That was
just announced like about 2 weeks ago. Snarf Quest is coming back.
Larry Elma is the first fan-based anything I ever bought I was like, grew up in a comic kid and a D&D kid, and at one point in time, my store was like, you like Dungeons and Dragons? He's got these signed prints, limited to 250.
Yeah.
You want to buy that? And I'm like, well, certainly Larry Elmo, who I imagined actually lived in a castle and like waved a magic wand and created these works that absolutely defined my understanding of what the Dungeons and Dragons realms were like. I was like, only $25 for, and yeah, I have no idea what those things are, but so it'll be.
You don't have them?
I don't have them anymore. I have
In
moved.
your mom's basement or something?
Oh, that would be awkward then.
What else is in that basement?
No, speaking of.
Supposedly Drew's married. I've never met her. And I've never been allowed into the house. So, I got
True, he's not allowed in the house.
I kind of got to wonder, what's actually going on there.
It's not so much a basement as it is a dungeon. I'm so glad my wife is not going to watch these. Anyway, but I'll just say we're very excited to meet Larry Elmore.
Yes.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a wonderful, wonderful man. I mean...
I need to bring the stack of yellow cards. Make sure they're ready.
No, red. You just got to go straight to red.
Straight to red?
Yeah.
I'll just tack them on.
Larry, Steve, Sylvester.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anyone else we need to have a protective order for?
Who else is going? I mean, Rich is there, but Rich is just like, bring it. Come on.
Yeah,
just you should probably mention Siegfried there is too.
Yeah.
He's messing some stuff. No, but.
Yeah, well, Rich is going to be doing the match game, so he will be the MC of the match game. He will then, Saturday, I don't know when Rich will have time to breathe, eat, because he does the match game. We'll give him a couple of hours to go grab dinner, a few drinks, and then it's the masquerade. So we are having a costume masquerade. All of those who like to cosplay, come out in your fantastic costumes, join the masquerade. Rich will be emceeing that along with Billy Flynn.
Billy Flynn, yes.
Is going to be joining him with that, so it'll be a tag team effort.
Yes.
And then we have our scholarship auction. So
Cool.
I'm super excited about our scholarship auction.
When Carla told me, what you guys did for the charity, I was just like, that's awesome. Because so many cons do a charity for an existing charity, not a scholarship. And when I heard that, I was just like, okay, I'm going to have to root around my collection, see what I have, and bring some extra stuff, because I think it's absolutely wonderful that you guys have done this scholarship thing to help with somebody who wants to do something creative, something fantastic and wonderful and magical in the realms of what brings us to conventions.
So yeah, and that's what we do. For those who don't know, is we offer scholarship. Entries were accepted through the end of December, and for our auction that we do, every single thing, everything we make is given to the scholarship winner. And so last year, the scholarship winner, who did a fantastic art piece of a dragon, we raised over $1,800 in the scholarship.
That's
and
really
at the end of the
impressive.
night, we were able to give her a check for that
Um,
amount. And so we're hoping to do as well. The scholarship winner, she wrote a piece, and it was absolutely incredible short story. She's such a talented writer, and she'll be attending.
Cool.
So I'm really hoping to get her to go to Alan Woold's workshop and do some of the others. And that's the other, I'll announce that here. We're going to have, I think it's 4 young adult writers who were published. Their first book was published before they were 18. So we're going to have an interview panel with those 4 writers, and I'm hoping the scholarship winner will join them on that panel to talk about young people who have actually been able to publish, who are doing amazing works, and get to hear how they did it, how they navigated the publishing world before they were 18.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've liked about working at the library I work at. I've actually got a chance to mentor at least 2 kids on their senior class projects that were interested in publishing in the writing industry. So I literally took them through the process. They would give me a manuscript. We would go through it, edit it, then we would design the book jacket, the whole 9 yards. So they got to see every aspect of publishing, just not the writing, because after you write, there's still all this other stuff that's done that they don't always see. And I think it's really important that an author gets to see what a publisher does, why they're taking their cut of the money. And a lot of them are surprised by how hard it is, the layouts, the covers, the editing, and all that stuff. So I think that's absolutely wonderful.
And so, being able to encourage that and being able to inspire the youth, the next generation, who are going to be writing what I'm going to be reading when I'm retired.
Yeah.
We've got to encourage the
Yeah.
and continue building the arts.
And then when I'm like the next Ellen Wold, you know, with my
Yes.
beard and stuff, going to the cons, you know, doing the workshop. Because honestly, it would be great to see that girl, or whoever it is, guy
Yeah.
or girl, I'm not sure what you said.
Young lady.
Do one of Ellen's workshops. I've been on the panel before and participated in that stuff. And, you know, you get some people that don't show up the second day, but those that, you know, make the full 2-day process, everything that I have seen or that's been reread after, you know, they get the critique from, you know, the panelists has been absolutely amazing. I mean, people learn so much from Wold's workshops. That, you know, anybody that attends, you should at least, if you're a writer and you want to try to break in, you know, attend one of his workshops. You're going to learn so much in a span of such a short amount of time that you're going to walk away with, you know, just like hungry to write some more.
Yeah, and just the inspiration.
Yeah.
Of, 'cause usually it's a panel of 4 or 5 authors who've been down that road
Yes.
and just offer such valuable. And I won't call it criticism, it's constructive.
Yeah.
It's how to make yourself better and how to make your writing better. And so
Alan handpicks the people that are on that panel because he's picking the people that are going to help, you know, just something that's nurture the talent. That's the word I was looking for. Nurture that talent and just take them that much further.
Yep.
Sounds great. I might have to try it.
Yeah,
So.
bring a piece and.
Oh, I have to write something first?
No. You actually write it there.
You write it there.
You write it there because he
Oh.
tells you he prompts you with what he wants at each section.
Oh, cool.
So it's like, you know, you're writing cold with everybody else. So it's a lot of fun.
Very cool.
And I've seen some people just what they start off with and what they end up with that second day, just absolutely amazing. Those that go through the whole process.
One of these days I'll have to take it. I'm an engineer, so I do all this technical writing
Yeah.
about, yes, the experiment showed this, and I can't imagine creative writing.
So where can people find out more about MystiCon?
You can find out on our website or Facebook. Our website is www.mysticon, mysticon-va.com.
Yes.
And you can go there. We've got everything from all the events going on. I'm the programming director, so I'm trying to finalize the programming this week. We'll be putting some of the information up there on programming. We've got information about our vendor dealers room and who's going to be attending that. We have an artist alley. We have several pages that are dedicated to our guests. So if you're interested in entertainment and our film guests, there's a page for them. Our podcasters, our writer guests, have over 50 writer guests who are coming. So, and over 25 artists who will be coming.
And speaking of one of your artists, you guys have Kelly Yates.
Kelly Yates.
And people that know Kelly Yates, he has worked on IDW's Doctor Who comic.
Yes.
He's a good guy. He's an awesome guy.
And he does
really
a great layout with all this stuff. He does a great table. And I'm very excited. We're hoping to get Kelly onto GPR at some point.
You know, we don't even have to hope at this point in time. Kelly's like, let's do it. We just have to bring him on here.
As long as he's going to be there, 4 o'clock Friday is when we're going to be recording GPR.
Oh, awesome. Is that what we settled on?
Yep, 4 o'clock Friday. So
nice.
We'll have time for setup. You will actually be going on immediately after Sylvester. So
Sylvester, come with us. We got
you just need to wait
Because
5
pie,
minutes.
Sylvester.
We actually have a really cool surprise for that panel with what we're gonna be reviewing.
Awesome.
Yes.
So look forward to
very excited about
February 22nd.
Yes.
And starting off with Sylvester, 3 o'clock, followed immediately by GPR.
Wow,
at 4.
we got some big shoes to fill.
Yes. Big giant, and a big room to fill too. Big ballroom.
All right.
Oh, wow.
You'll plenty of seats.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. So awesome. So anything else you want to say about MystiCon and why people should come out to the con?
Oh.
What's that final sales pitch?
Final sales pitch. You will have a great weekend that doesn't end from 3 o'clock Friday until 4 o'clock Sunday. Go in non-stop between gaming, video gaming. We have a video room with consoles all the way from Atari to the new rock band type stuff.
Which I didn't know about last year.
How did you miss it?
I don't know. Because I heard Atari. I was like, there was an Atari there? I love that stuff.
This is Pac-Man. About the only game I ever had any skill on.
It goes MystiCon, my birthday, and then StellarCon, which is the con I'm helping to run, the same week. So, oh, sorry. MystiCon, my 14th anniversary, my birthday, and StellarCon.
Let me revise that. What the Helicon? MystiCon, anniversary, birthday, Stellar.
What a month.
No, that's a week. Your weekend. The following Wednesday is my anniversary, or Thursday is my anniversary, Friday is my birthday. Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is StellarCon, so.
And to add in What the Hellcon is just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so done with you'd think. And then I think the next week we have, anyway.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, come join us at MystiCon. We're gonna have one amazing time. It sounds like.
Oh my goodness!
I think you'll have a ton of fun, and just to let you know, we are doing pre-regs at $35 for the entire weekend.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you can get that rate until I believe it's the weekend before MystiCon.
And let's just say this: if you want to see Sylvester anywhere else, which is usually Dragon Con, that's a $75 to $85 to $100+ entry fee.
Yeah.
And you won't get a chance to actually really meet him because it's so busy. This is a small con, a family-friendly con, an intimate con. And this is where you get a real chance to not only meet Sylvester, Larry Elmore, Card, Long, I mean all these people.
Beauchamp.
Yeah.
Davey! Where else could you get all of that in one hotel? So, and that's the other thing to let folks know is our hotel is nearly sold out. We got a great rate this year, $85 a night. So if you want to come, seriously, get pre-reg, reserve your hotel room, and be there.
Yes. So that's pretty much it. Any last words you want to say?
No, I can't top that.
Okay. So this is GPR signing off. Peace.